Ladies and gentlemen, seek and you shall find. That's what the Bible says. It says, seek and you shall find. What are you seeking? Healing. Your healing. Your healing is as good as taking painkiller for migraines or for a headache or for a tooth pain, a toothache, and of course for a tummy ache. Emotional healing is vital to your overall success, to your overall well-being, and to your wholesomeness. When you don't feel whole, it's because you're broken on the inside. Emotional health, emotional scar, emotional pain, emotional distress is not a physical thing. You don't feel it, you don't touch it, you don't even see it. No one sees what you're going through. No one sees how you go to bed at night, how you don't sleep through the night, how you have anxiety, how you have um, poor eating habits, how you have poor and dreadful thinking habits, how you have how you are terrified about the next day, your circumstances, and what might be, how you self-sabotage, how you sabotage a good friendship, a good relationship, a good job opportunity, a good business idea, a good overall progressive idea and progressive mindset. You sabotage it so much without even realizing, because you do not intend to sabotage your situation and your circumstances, but you do because you're unhealed. When you're unhealed, you vibrate lower. You don't believe anything, you don't trust anything, you don't trust the process, you don't trust anyone, you don't even trust yourself, matter of fact. You have fear of the unknown. You have low self-worth. You vibrate very lower. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust your gut instincts. You don't trust your intuitions. You don't have hope. All you have is like hopeless hope. You just believe that nothing's good. Nothing is good, and nothing is good. Nothing's good gonna come to you. You give up very quickly. You get very irritable, irrational, erratic. You're filled with pessimism, yeah, that sabotages good stuff. You are filled with anxiety, panic attacks, poor sleeping habits, anxious through the night. You're always surfing on the internet. You're always on the web. You're always on social media. You're always making calls. You always try to people please. You're always looking for ways to make other people happy, because that's sort of brings a distraction to you, a soothing distraction for your challenges. You feel like when you're focusing on pleasing other people or helping other people out or assisting other people, supporting other people for their needs, you then feel like that's more than sufficient for what you need at the time. And you're not resolving to heal, because when you try to address those things that keep you down, that those things that break you down, you tend to break down and you tend to get emotional, you cry, you sob, you grieve, and you don't like grieving. You don't like grief of any kind. But then what you don't realize is how toxic you also are, and how disbelieving you are, and how unkind you are to yourself, how that you're not taking the steps, the adequate steps to self-care and self-love. Taking care of yourself and your mental health is the best level and the highest level of self-love. When you love yourself, you forgive yourself for your past traumas. You forgive yourself for believing the wrong ideas, the wrong people, for sharing time and wasting your time in something that was never designed to favor you. and you begin to heal from the traumas that experience and that encounter has left you. The dilemma that you now have to overcome, the obstacles that you now have to, overcome and deal with head on, the vulnerability that this has caused you to become, or vulnerable that you have become. And usually people take advantage of your vulnerability. You know that, right? Because bad people know when you're vibrating lower. Bad people can pick up that negative vibration or low sense of self, and they get attracted to that because they can manipulate that, they can control that, they can deceive you to think otherwise of who they are, their intent, and who you are. So when you don't take the time to heal, you're actually exposing yourself to more vulnerability and more hurt and more likely to be taken advantage of. You're susceptible for someone to treat you badly, treat you even worse off. You're susceptible to attracting the wrong people, the wrong energies, the unhealed people, because broken people break people, hurt people hurt people. When you heal, you only attract the healed energy. A broken person can never be attracted to you because immediately you sight that they are broken. When they speak, when they act, when they exude, you can tell. And when you heal, you have high sense of self, you have high confidence, you make the right choices, you make the right decisions. You're no longer slow in making decisions that will put you at an advantage over any circumstance of life. And healing is different for everyone. Some people are healing from being molested, some people may be healing from being abused in a relationship. Some people may even be healing from the toxic that they carried from their parents, from their families into their adulthood and into their relationship and into their life. Because some people actually do come from a very toxic family, toxic background. Some people had horrible parenting. Some people are coming from what's it called again? Abandoned parents and parenting style. Some people have been abandoned by their parents, either their mom or dad. Some people had parents who were not even there, who were not available to them, who were never involved as much. Of course, some of these parents might have paid their tuitions, the bills, and provided for the family, but they were also absent in caring and nurturing and guiding and supporting, emotional support, providing that emotional support and emotional cushioning for the times that you're emotionally distressed, you're down, you're broken, you're dealing with a heartbreak by a random person or even a close partner. Some parents do not know how to support their children emotionally. Some parents have put their children in harm's way as children. Some parents have been there while their kids getting assaulted, getting abused, getting molested. Some parents have forced and oppressed their kids to stay silent when they should be speaking up, when they should find their voice. So there are many traumas that people and dilemmas that people are stuck and dealing with that they need to heal. If this resonates with you or someone that you know, send this video to them, make them give me that call, send me that DM, send me that contact, email me, and let's get start working. Because you have to take care of your mental health and your emotional well-being. You have to love yourself enough to address those core emotions that break you down, that have held you from being your true authentic self and from achieving your desired goals. What are you going to do today? Would you take this as a call? Would you take this as an opportunity to address those core issues that knock you off guard, that knock you off course? Are you still dealing with the issue? Are you still entangled in that circumstance and situation? What's your story? Your story is unique to you, remember? Your lifestyle, your personality, and your personal goal to healing is strictly customized, it's strictly peculiar to you. In other words, don't think how other people are dealing with theirs that it would work for you. Don't think that like sweeping things under the carpet and getting yourself busy and being on the busy path of working, doing business, engaging with the rest of the world is going to heal your wound. No, it will not heal your wound. It's only suppressing it for the moment. It's going to come up well up in your conversation, the way you believe, the way you assert things, the way you assess situations, the way you analyze things, the way you criticize things, the way you either get hypocritical about things, about people, the way you see the world and the way you engage with the world, the way you interact with the world, the way you believe or doubt. Because truly, a healed energy is a very self-sufficient energy, is a stable mental and emotional condition. It's a stable way of reasoning. It vibrates so high that it makes less mistakes and it makes better decisions and better choices. Chooses the right people, the right conditions, the right outcomes, the right jobs, the right business, the right engagement, the right love. They can spot the fake love from a mile away. You can no longer manipulate them, deceive them, gaslight them, backstab them, emotionally blackmail them. A healed energy is no longer betrayal of self, betraying of self. You no longer betray yourself, nor your friends, nor your opportunities. You no longer self-sabotage. You become well off. You become self-sufficient, self-confident. You no longer seek outside and outward validation. You validate yourself. You become your true, authentic self unapologetically. You don't seek someone to tell you you're doing well before you know you're doing well. And you don't need someone to tell you you're not doing well before you actually recognize that and do what is necessary to do better. Be the best, give yourself the best gift of healing. There is no such gift. There is no better gift than that of healing. When you heal, you alchemize, you transform, you become a better and truest version of yourself. And the strongest one too. You become emotionally stable, mentally sound, and all around physically healthy. You won't be taking pills to go to sleep, taking pills to stay happy, taking pills to take care of all kinds of diseases. You won't be susceptible to any kind of disease flying around or flying about. Doesn't matter if it's airborne disease, waterborne disease, all kinds of diseases. You're not going to be susceptible to them because you healed. When you heal emotionally, it transmits and transcends into all your physical well-being. And trust me, people are going to notice that, and the right people will be attracted to you because now you are the happiest and you're vibrating at a higher confidence. And that's very attractive because there's nothing, no such thing, nothing more attractive than a healed soul. A healed soul is highly attractive, and the attraction is contagious. Everyone wants to be your friend. Everyone wants to work with you. Everyone wants to do you well and do you good. No one is coming to deceive you. No one is coming to manipulate you, gaslight you, suppress you. Everyone validates you because you value and you matter. And that's who you should be. And that's what you should seek for yourself. Seek healing today.